Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying this. You are your greatest asset. When you truly understand that, everything shifts. Have you ever noticed that when you stop chasing something, it finds its way to you? It's not a coincidence. It's a universal truth. Energy flows where confidence grows. And confidence doesn't beg, it builds. Today, I'm here to tell you how to make them come back. But here's the catch. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude self-worth. It's not arrogance or boasting. It's a quiet, unshakable confidence that says, I know who I am and I am enough. When you embrace your worth, you walk into a room differently. You hold your head high, your shoulders back, and your energy speaks volumes before you even say a word. Self-worth is not about being better than anyone else. It's about recognizing your own uniqueness and carrying it with pride. Think about this. When you meet someone who radiates a deep sense of self-acceptance, doesn't it make you want to know them better? There's a certain magic in being around someone who doesn't need validation because they've already given it to themselves. That's the power of self-worth. It's magnetic, it's undeniable, and it's transformative. The beauty of self-worth is that it doesn't rely on anyone else's opinion. It's built from within, and that makes it unshakable. When you truly value yourself, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop chasing people who don't see your value, and you start attracting those who do. It's as if the world rearranges itself to match your energy, and the people who come into your life reflect the love and respect you have for yourself. And let's be honest, self-worth isn't always easy. It takes work. It requires you to silence the doubts, the fears, and the voices that tell you you're not enough. It means unlearning years of conditioning that taught you to seek approval from others. But once you embrace it, it changes everything. Suddenly, you're no longer afraid of being alone because you realize that your own company is enough. You're no longer afraid of rejection because you know it doesn't define you. This energy, this unshakable belief in your own value creates a ripple effect. People notice it, they're drawn to it. It's not something you can fake because it's felt on a deeper level. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you set boundaries, and the way you refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. Self-worth is magnetic because it signals to the world that you're not here to beg for attention or approval. You're here to own your space unapologetically. It's about knowing that your value doesn't decrease based on someone else's inability to see it. And when you operate from this place of self-assurance, you attract people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your highest good. Cultivate your self-worth. Protect it, nurture it, because when you believe in yourself, the world starts to believe in you too. And that, my friends, is the kind of energy that people can't resist. If you'd like to see a story that when you focus on your growth, everything else falls into place. Growth is not just about accumulating knowledge or achieving a list of goals. It's about the deep, continuous evolution of your mind, body, and spirit. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not because someone else expects it, but because you realize that you are worthy of the journey. Growth is a personal commitment to improving your life. It's not something that can be rushed or forced. It's a steady, consistent process of learning, expanding, and challenging yourself to become more than you were yesterday. Every setback, every challenge, every victory is part of that process. When you focus on growth, you stop looking for shortcuts. You embrace the journey, knowing that the effort you put in today will pay off in the future. One of the most powerful aspects of focusing on your growth is that it shifts your energy. When you dedicate yourself to your own development, you naturally begin to radiate a sense of purpose and passion. People are attracted to that energy, often without fully understanding why. They want to be around you because you're not stagnant. You're constantly evolving, and that momentum is contagious. As you grow, your perspective on life deepens. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for learning. You stop viewing setbacks as failures and instead recognize them as necessary steps in the process of transformation. This shift in mindset empowers you to approach life with a sense of curiosity rather than fear. You no longer shrink away from challenges. You embrace them, knowing that they are an integral part of your growth. We become creative when resistance becomes easy. Embrace them, knowing that they are an integral part of your growth. Focusing on your growth also means giving yourself permission to change. Often we are afraid of change because it feels uncomfortable, unfamiliar, or uncertain. But real growth requires embracing the unknown and stepping into spaces where we may feel vulnerable. It's about pushing through those moments of discomfort because you know on the other side is something better, something more aligned with your true potential, and something that may flourishes even more in the years to come as relationships flourish. When you focus on your growth, you're also cultivating resilience. You become less affected by the opinions or actions of others because you're so grounded in your own path. The opinions of those who are not aligned with your journey become less relevant, and you stop seeking external validation. You begin to trust yourself more than ever before. Your sense of worth is no longer contingent upon what others think of you, but instead is rooted in the trust you have in your own abilities and your commitment to your own growth. This focus on personal growth has a ripple effect in every area of your life. As you become more grounded in your values and your purpose, you attract relationships that reflect that. You attract people who support your journey, who encourage your growth, and who are also committed to their own evolution. You begin to find yourself in environments that foster your development, whether that's in your career, your friendships, or your personal pursuits. The beauty of focusing on growth is that it's an internal process. It doesn't require external circumstances to shift before you begin. It's a decision to move forward no matter where you are in life. And when you make that commitment, you begin to notice that everything around you starts to change. Opportunities open up, relationships evolve, and you find yourself surrounded by people who are just as committed to their own growth as you are. Ultimately, focusing on your growth means prioritizing yourself, your health, your well-being, your dreams, and your potential. It's about investing time and energy in becoming the person you are meant to be, not the person someone else expects you to be. When you invest in your growth, you not only improve your own life, but you also create a life that others can't help but admire and be inspired by. Growth is magnetic because it draws people in, not by force, but by the pure, authentic energy that comes from living in alignment with your true self. And in that space, you'll find everything you need, because your growth, your purpose, and your potential are all unfolding right in front of you. Letting go of attachment is one of the most freeing and transformative acts you can perform in your life. It is not about relinquishing love or care, but rather releasing the emotional ties that bind you to outcomes, people, and situations that no longer serve your highest good. Attachment comes from a place of fear, fear of losing what you hold dear, fear of being without, fear of not being enough. It stems from the belief that our happiness is tied to external circumstances or relationships. But true freedom comes when we realize that nothing outside of ourselves can define our worth or dictate our peace of mind. When you are attached to something or someone, it often feels as though your happiness, your sense of security, and even your identity are dependent on that thing remaining in your life. This creates an internal struggle, a constant pull that drains your energy. You find yourself constantly wondering, what if they leave? What if it all falls apart? What if I can't get what I want? These thoughts, while natural, can hold you hostage if you let them. The fear of loss becomes greater than the joy of simply being, and it begins to distort your perception of reality. Letting go of attachment means shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's understanding that the world is full of opportunities, experiences, and relationships, and that no one thing defines your worth. When you hold on to something too tightly, you create resistance. You block the flow of life and prevent new opportunities from coming your way. The more you grasp at something, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you release, you allow space for the universe to bring you what is meant for you, whether that's a new opportunity, a new relationship, or a new chapter in your life. This process isn't always easy. Letting go can feel like loss, even though it's actually a gain. It's the emotional work of untangling yourself from the false beliefs and fears that keep you stuck. It's realizing that by holding on to something, you may be preventing yourself from growing. It's like holding a plant too tightly. You're suffocating it instead of letting it bloom. True growth happens when you release the need to control and allow life to unfold as it should. You trust that the people and experiences that are meant for you will stay, and the ones that are not meant for you will naturally fade away. When you let go of attachment, you create space for peace. You stop living in a constant state of worry about what could go wrong or what you might lose. Instead, you begin to live in the present moment, fully experiencing life as it comes, without fear or anxiety about the future. You realize that no matter what happens, you are enough. Your worth isn't contingent upon anyone else's actions, opinions, or the outcome of any situation. You start to feel lighter, more at ease, and more connected to your own inner strength. Letting go also means giving up the need for validation from others. Many of us attach our sense of self-worth to how others perceive us, whether it's in relationships, at work, or in social settings. We seek approval, admiration, or affection, believing that these things define who we are. But when you let go of the need for external validation, you free yourself from the constant struggle to prove yourself. You begin to trust your own instincts, your own path, and your own voice. You stop living for others and start living for yourself. One of the greatest benefits of letting go of attachment is the freedom to move forward without fear. When you no longer cling to the past or obsess over the future, you can embrace the present with all its possibilities. You stop carrying the weight of past regrets, past mistakes, or past relationships, and you can step into a future that is filled with fresh starts, new opportunities, and endless potential. You stop fearing change and start welcoming it, knowing that every new chapter is an opportunity to evolve and grow. The beauty of letting go is that it doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you stop loving or investing in the people or things that matter to you. It simply means you stop giving away your power to them. You understand that they do not complete you or define your happiness. You are already whole and complete as you are. Letting go of attachment is a powerful act of self-love because it honors your own worth and your own ability to navigate life without being dependent on anything or anyone else. In the end, letting go is an act of trust. It's trusting that what is meant for you will always find its way to you. It's trusting that by releasing the things you cling to, you create room for something even better to enter your life. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about making space for the life that's waiting for you. It's about living with a sense of freedom, peace, and openness that allows you to embrace everything life has to offer, knowing that whatever happens, you are enough. Respecting yourself is the foundation upon which every healthy relationship, whether with others or with yourself, rests. When you respect yourself, you acknowledge your inherent worth and treat yourself with the dignity you deserve. This isn't about pride or arrogance, but about setting boundaries, maintaining your values, and not tolerating behavior that diminishes your sense of self. Respecting yourself means understanding that you are worthy of kindness, love, and respect from others, but most importantly, from yourself. It starts with how you talk to yourself. If your internal dialogue is filled with self-criticism, negativity, or doubt, it's time to shift that narrative. Respecting yourself means speaking to yourself with the same compassion, understanding, and encouragement that you would offer a close friend. It's acknowledging that you are doing the best you can in this moment and that mistakes do not define your worth. It's an issue that all of us should deal with on a wide variety of levels. In fact, they are part of your growth. Respecting yourself also means making choices that reflect your worth. When you value yourself, you make decisions that align with your well-being. You don't settle for less than what you deserve, and you do not allow others to treat you in ways that are harmful or disrespectful. It's knowing that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable and that you have every right to protect them, whether it's in your professional life, personal relationships, or even the way you care for your physical body. Respecting yourself requires you to make decisions that nurture your highest good. Self-respect involves setting and maintaining boundaries. Boundaries are not walls that separate you from others. They are guidelines that protect your emotional and mental health. When you set boundaries, you teach others how to treat you, and you send a clear message that you will not tolerate disrespect. This might mean saying no when you don't feel comfortable, stepping away from situations that drain you, or standing firm in your beliefs even when others challenge them. Boundaries are a declaration of your worth, and when you enforce them, you show the world and yourself that you value your peace of mind. Respecting yourself also requires you to honor your emotions and needs. Too often we dismiss our own feelings in favor of others, putting our own needs last. But true respect begins when you recognize that your emotions are valid and that your needs are just as important as anyone else's. When you respect yourself, you don't suppress or ignore how you feel. Instead, you listen to your inner voice and take action to meet your own emotional and physical needs. You allow yourself the space to feel joy, sadness, frustration, and everything in between, knowing that your emotional well-being is worth tending to. Another crucial aspect of self-respect is self-care. It's not enough to say you respect yourself. Your actions must reflect it. Taking care of your body, mind, and spirit is a direct expression of self-respect. This means nourishing your body with healthy food, getting rest, and moving in ways that energize you. It means investing in activities that support your mental and emotional health, whether that's practicing mindfulness, seeking therapy, or simply taking time for yourself to recharge. Self-respect requires you to treat yourself with the same care and attention you would give to someone you love deeply. The rest is a promise. Respecting yourself also means being honest with yourself. It's easy to lie to ourselves in an attempt to avoid discomfort, but true self-respect comes from acknowledging the truth, no matter how difficult it might be. This means taking an honest look at your actions, your choices, and your behavior. When you respect yourself, you are willing to face uncomfortable truths and take responsibility for the role you play in your life's circumstances. It's not about self-blame, but about recognizing where change is necessary and having the courage to make those changes. Then there's resourcefulness, and being self-respect extends to how you allow others to treat you. When you value yourself, you attract relationships that reflect that. You don't tolerate toxicity, manipulation, or abuse because you know that you deserve better. You choose relationships that are supportive, loving, and respectful, and you walk away from those that are not. This isn't about expecting perfection from others, but about knowing that you are worthy of kindness, honesty, and respect in all your interactions. Respecting yourself also means not compromising your values or principles. When you respect yourself, you do not bend or break your values to please others or fit into situations where you do not belong. You stay true to your beliefs, even if they are unpopular or difficult. You honor your integrity, knowing that you cannot respect yourself if you are constantly compromising who you are to appease others. In moments of uncertainty, self-respect means trusting your intuition and instincts. You listen to your inner wisdom because you understand that it is a reflection of your true self. You no longer second-guess your decisions or seek validation from others. You stand firm in your ability to make choices that align with your truth. Trusting yourself is one of the greatest forms of self-respect because it means you believe in your own judgment and your ability to navigate life's challenges. The law of attraction operates quietly, not in the noise of constant effort or incessant talking, but in the subtle yet powerful energy you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's not about shouting your desires to the universe or constantly reminding people of your goals. It's about aligning your inner world with the energy you want to attract. The true power lies in the silence, the moments when you trust the process, stay grounded, and allow things to unfold naturally. When you are constantly chasing something or desperately speaking about it to others, you are broadcasting a vibration of neediness or lack. The universe doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to the energy of abundance, to the belief that what you desire is already on its way. It's not about forcing things to happen or trying to control every outcome. Instead, it's about releasing the attachment to a specific result and trusting that the universe will bring you exactly what you need at the right time. The law of attraction works in silence because it operates on the frequency of your energy, not your words. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions send out a vibration that attracts similar vibrations back to you. When you believe wholeheartedly that you deserve the best, that's the energy you send out into the world. And without needing to force anything, you begin to notice the opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your desires. It's as though everything falls into place when you stop trying to micromanage the universe. This silent attraction happens when you cultivate a sense of inner peace. When you are at peace with yourself and trust the timing of your life, you naturally become a magnet for the things you desire. There's no urgency, no frantic energy, just a quiet confidence that you are in alignment with the universe and everything you need is on its way. The more you trust in the process, the more it flows toward you effortlessly. Another key aspect of this silent process is faith. The law of attraction requires a deep sense of faith that your desires are being worked on behind the scenes, even when you can't see the immediate results. It's not about being able to prove anything to anyone or constantly talking about your dreams. It's about feeling it in your core, knowing that everything you've asked for is already in motion, even if it hasn't manifested yet. This faith is rooted in an inner knowing that your desires are valid and worthy of fulfillment. In this silence, the magic happens in your actions. It's not just about thinking positively or wishing for something. It's about taking aligned action with the belief that the universe is already helping you. You move forward with a sense of purpose and clarity without the need to announce every step of your journey. Your actions are not motivated by impatience or doubt, but by trust and faith in the unfolding of your path. You don't need to force things or manipulate situations. You simply act in a way that feels right to you, knowing that the universe will support you. The more you practice the law of attraction in silence, the more you realize that it's not about getting what you want, it's about becoming the person who aligns with that reality. The universe doesn't just respond to your desires, it responds to the energy you embody. When you embody confidence, gratitude, and an unwavering belief in your worth, you attract people, opportunities, and experiences that reflect that energy. The energy that you act and your brain create within yourself will undo you and unlock the power you need to create your reality. You begin to realize that everything you desire is a natural extension of who you already are. The law of attraction works in silence because it is not about forcing anything into existence. It's about being a match for what you desire. You don't need to announce your goals to the world for them to come to fruition. You don't need to tell everyone what you're working on or make grand gestures to prove your worthiness. The universe hears your thoughts, feels your emotions, and sees your actions. It responds to the energy you emit, and that energy speaks louder than any words ever could. As you cultivate this silent magnetism, you begin to trust that everything is happening in perfect timing. There is no need for urgency, no need for constant effort, and no need for external validation. The universe works in harmony with your intentions, guiding you toward what is meant for you. The more you remain aligned with your desires without forcing them, the more you attract exactly what you need at the right moment. Line Porter says, and in this quiet, powerful space of alignment, you begin to notice that things just start to fall into place. People enter your life effortlessly, opportunities present themselves at the right time, and the right circumstances unfold with ease. You realize that the law of attraction isn't about chasing after anything. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts the life you desire, without having to scream it to the universe. It's all happening quietly in perfect sync. In conclusion, the law of attraction is a quiet, powerful force that works when we align our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the energy of what we desire. It is not in the noise of constant effort or words, but in the silence of trust, faith, and inner alignment. By letting go of desperation, embracing our self-worth, and trusting the process, we become magnetic to the opportunities and people that reflect our desires. When we cultivate peace, set boundaries, and focus on our growth, we create an environment where the universe responds naturally to our energy. Ultimately, the law of attraction is not about forcing outcomes, but about becoming the person who is a perfect match for the life they envision. It operates in silence, in the trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and in the quiet knowing that our desires are already on their way to us.